As promised, we're saving the best for last today. Emily, tell everybody how you're connected to the Mahoning Valley and what you do full time now, because this is just the coolest thing to me and to our family, and I'm just glad to know you. So tell everybody at home your connection to the Valley and what you do now.
Sure. So I grew up in Warren. I graduated from LeBray. Since then, I went actually to south of Pittsburgh, where I earned one of my degrees, and then I came back up to the Valley and graduated from YSU with my mechanical engineering degree. And with those two degrees, I now work at the NASA Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm a contract worker. I work for Jacobs Technology on testing facilities, operation, maintenance, and engineering contract.
So the contract, specifically the word cloud engineer, sort of circulates in your world, doesn't it?
Yes. So what I do on a day-to-day basis, my main job is to calibrate a cloud. I work in the icing research tunnel, where what we do is we simulate atmospheric conditions that airplanes would fly through. The FAA has certifications that airplanes have to meet, and they have to have their de-icing and anti-icing technologies basically up to snuff for the FAA. And what we do is we simulate those atmospheric conditions and make those clouds that airplanes would fly through.
So can you actually see the cloud, or does it just show up on a computer screen and you're like, oh, there it is?
No, so what's unique to our wind tunnels, we sit right up against the test section, and there's windows, and we can look right as the cloud is moving through with our test instruments, and we do a lot with the ice buildup. So we have to be able to see that. Ice is a very visual science. So we sit right up against, and we watch as our simulated cloud moves through our test section.
For like regular people like me, and I'm sure everybody at home, like that just sounds like it's something out of a dream. Like this actually exists, and it's not too far away from Youngstown, right? I mean, it's not like you're, on the other side of the world.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've done a few, we'll do air shows with the NASA educational group, and a lot of folks they didn't know that there's NASA in Cleveland, Ohio. They don't even know there's NASA in Ohio, let alone in Cleveland. So it's always cool to see reactions when we say, well, we're from Cleveland. What? There's NASA in Cleveland?
That's why when it popped up, you've been given several accolades on behalf of the company, and it popped up in my Facebook feed, and I was just like, gosh, it's so cool to know you way back then. And you used to work with Guy Hughes a bit on some of his barbecue events. That's how we know each other and how you know Mike and myself. But to see your evolution from here in Youngstown all the way to this incredible career. For other young women and other young people, not just women, what's your advice when it comes to math and science and some of these STEM programs? We hear those words all the time, but to see somebody like living out a dream is pretty incredible, Emily. I have to say that.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of times I just say, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the math. Don't be afraid of the science. Find friends. A lot of my college career, we worked in groups. We had our designated group that we'd work on homework together. If one of us couldn't figure out a problem, another one probably could. And so we worked together a lot. I visited office hours pretty frequently for my professors through college. I think when you have something you really want to do, I've wanted to be a meteorologist since I was in second grade. And so giving up didn't really seem like an option to me.
Right.
So I pushed through. So just having that dedication and that inner motivation kept me going, and I wasn't afraid.
And everybody else can do it too. And I remember my groups. I wasn't the smartest cookie in the jar, so to speak. I needed all my friends in high school and in college to get me through too. So I think that's wonderful advice that even resonates with me to this day. What are you working on now? Can you tell us what you're working on now? Is that a fair question? I don't want to break any NASA rules. I know that they exist. So
no. So I mean, like I said, my day-to-day is calibrating the cloud. So we make sure that cloud is, per specific recommended practices. We make sure that we test frequently to ensure that cloud is staying within the specs that we want it to. And so that's usually what I'm working on, is making sure that the cloud that we develop is the best product that we can give to aircraft manufacturers and researchers and so on. So that's really
what you do.
Yeah.
You
I
make
really
clouds every
make
day.
a cloud every day. Make sure that it's the best cloud that we can make at NASA.
Best cloud ever. Best cloud
Yes.
ever. We should make t-shirts for you guys. Best cloud ever. Thank you so much, Emily, for being on the show. And please know that we're rooting for you and we're very proud of you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.